Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko taranaki te monga, ko pātia te awa, ko kurahupu te woka, ko whakahurangi te marae, ko Ngāti Ruanui te iwi, ko Ian tuku papa, ko Jenny tuku mama, ko Rochelle tuku ingoa. No whakahurangi ahau. Nō reira, rau rangatira mā, tēnā koutou, tēnā rā tātou katoa. Welcome to the navigation of my practicum for 2019, the ASD endorsement. My name is Rochelle Watson. I thought I'd begin with this page as it still has introduction about myself, my context, which has actually changed over time, my professional context as well. And obviously you can see here there's also a standard navigation clip that can navigate you through each standard as they are set out identically across the practicum. Underneath that, there are quick links here to each practicum plan with obviously all my artefacts and activities and observations and everything that's evidenced my growth thus far, as well as my goal reflections and overall standard reflections as well within those. Underneath this, I wanted to point to this because this is paramount to the entirety of my practicum. These are my contextual themes that are evident throughout my practicum, and you'll see this across each standard and within each goal, and of course across all my reflections as well. These key ideas are whanaungatanga, engaging whānau and learner voice, tangata whenua-tanga, wānanga, manaakitanga and ako for cultural responsiveness, whanaungatanga, ako and wānanga for promoting and enabling student agency, which is pivotal to everything that I've tried to work towards this year as part of my practicum in supporting learners with autism. Ako and wānanga, which is assessment, looking at assessment practices in depth and particularly adapting those for learners with additional needs and support. And ako for building teacher capabilities and my interprofessional practice. Underneath that, you'll see my network that I had discussed, my entire reflection on my mawhai from the beginning of my practicum experience, following through my journey to where I see myself now across each of the standards. And of course, I've popped in my mid-year philosophy and mawhai reflection as well, so you can see the progress over time. Underneath that is, of course, my initial documents that I had in my first assignment, as well as an image of my post-practicum mawhai, which you can compare to my initial mawhai. If we move to the top here, obviously you can use your quick links, and we can move to each standard. For example, we may move towards professional learning, and you would go through and connect to that standard, and you'll see that everything is laid out exactly the same. If you want to know more about that, you can go through the navigating of each standard. So each one for each standard's got their own page, and this one here is incredibly important: midway reflection, philosophy, self-assessment, future PD plan, and mawhai. So in here I have placed all my from final philosophy for 2019, my post-practicum self-assessment, and this is for each standard, outlining overall impact on my learning, connecting that to my mawhai, the changes that I'd made to my plans, the strengths and opportunities within that standard, enablers and barriers, and of course learning with, from and about other practitioners. So that's quite a comprehensive document reflecting on my journey thus far. Underneath that you will find my future professional learning plan, which outlines across each standard, although I decided I would need to look at how these connected across all standards, because these were evidence within my self-assessment across each standard as well. So I've identified here with the colour coding system where these future goals align, with many actually starting from next term. So that's in there as well. And of course my midway reflection. Now this document here was a working document, so when people were providing feedback, it went straight into this document as it was a Google Doc as we're talking, so the key stakeholders are there and learning with, from, about and how I have contributed over time. Of course, my midway philosophy, my final Mawhai with my initial Mawhai and my initial philosophy and is in there as well, so you've got everything there for comparison. Following that, most of the activities in the feedback, planned activities and resources were from assignment 1, except for this particular document here that may be of interest, which is post-practicum reflection on planned activities. And this just shows exactly what I did with my time and what I achieved and what I didn't, which was, I'm pretty proud of how many opportunities I took advantage of, but it also I've potentially got quite significant goals from that as well. So that is the navigation of my practicum. I hope you enjoy, and hopefully you'll be able to see my learning journey across the autism endorsement for 2019.